because of the horizon, the curvature basically, you shouldn't be able to see the Chicago skyline. Now, taking a look at this photo provided by Joshua Nowicki, you can clearly see that this is no mirage. And I'll get into that in a little bit. I'll explain a superior mirage and how it looks like. And this is no superior mirage. Now understand, the distance from Chicago to Grand Mirror State Park in Stevensville, Michigan, it's 90 miles away. And they say over water it's 60 miles. Now understand one thing. With the supposed curvature of the Earth and at 60 miles, that will lead you to 2,400 feet behind the supposed horizon or the curvature. So the Sears Tower, also known as Willis Tower, being at 1,700 feet to the tip, the whole tower basically should be behind the horizon or the supposed curvature of the Earth. And also he talks about the superior mirage. With superior mirages, the mirage is inverted. And I'm going to show some examples of that. With these photos, you can clearly see the inverted mirage. Again, more of the same. So again, when you look at this skyline, it's a complete insult for that meteorologist to call this a mirage. Nothing about this is a mirage, completely real. And also, to go along with the photo from Stevensville, Michigan, I found an additional photo from even further, a little bit further, at St. Joseph's. Found on this blog here. You can clearly see, again, the Chicago skyline all the way across Lake Michigan. And there was a dispute as far as the distance was concerned from Chicago to Michigan City, Indiana. And I want to clarify this. I might as well mention how it's been stated how the distance is driving miles. Now, from point A to point B across the lake, they say it's approximately 40 miles. So even if that's the case, with 40 miles, it's still over 1,000 feet. A little over 1,000 feet behind the supposed curvature. So in that case, you should only see the very tips of these few buildings over here. The lower ones shouldn't be in view at all. So clearly, again, doesn't add up with what the meteorologist is saying. And clearly, again, this is no mirage. And take a look at some more photos here from Michigan City, Indiana, and the views of the Chicago skyline. A couple more images. And again, I point this out with the people standing on the beach. You can clearly see these are not inverted buildings. Clearly, they're there. And again, the Chicago skyline. Just for reference. And again, another photo from Michigan City, Indiana. Clearly no mirage. Again, more of the same. So to me, with this video, this is probably the best proof, or one of the best proof, supporting the flat earth theory. With all the videos I'm making covering the flat earth lately, I'm getting a lot of questions about satellites. You know, this is their evidence that the earth is a ball. Now let's take a look at these images of these satellites. Do these look real to you? I want you people that talk about satellites all the time to show me a real image of a satellite. all you get are these CGI images, not a single real image of a satellite anywhere. Why is that? All we get is this fake garbage. You get a CGI satellite, you get a CGI planet, all bogus, 100%. So, for all you people coming to my channel, talking about satellites, make a video, produce real satellites. You can't do it because they don't exist, period. Supposedly, close to 3,000 satellites up in space. Again, all we get is this fake garbage. Now let's look at what ISS has to produce as far as real satellites. I'm surprised they didn't make any fake satellites. I guess they think, oh, here's one. This must be real. Because this video is provided by NASA. But all you get, again, is computer animated garbage. Your whole life is nothing but garbage. Now let's take a look at some photos supposedly from NASA of the ball Earth, the blue marble, spinning at 1,000 miles an hour in space. You believe these are real. All fake garbage. Again. How people can't see this? No clue. It's a waste of time arguing with these idiots that can't see their own two eyes. Unbelievable how the masses completely blinded by their masters. In a form of mockery with Hollywood, they're going to tell you the truth right in front of your face as form of mockery. Under the Dome, that TV show, it's exactly what we're living under, the dome. That's why all the images of Earth from space, all the fake satellite images, they're all fake. Why? They cannot get past the dome to take real images of Earth. That simple. So again, with these TV shows, such as the Big Bang Theory as well, they like to put the occult all in plain sight with these TV shows. And again, like I stated before, when you see a rainbow after it's done raining and the sky clears, what you get here are these water beads that act like a mirror that get a reflection from the dome that is above us. More the same, that's a reflection. Again, the water acting as a mirror, a reflection of the dome above us. And I found this pretty interesting with the Sky Dome, another form of mockery with the name Sky Dome. It was built by IBI in Canada. What do you see? The upside down pentagram, right side up pentagram. The occult in plain sight. And this is their official website. Look it up yourself. I'll show some more images here from their website, giving the details about the Sky Dome. Now the occult with the Sky Dome. And what do you see here? The obelisk. Right outside. Again, all about the occult. All these large companies, to get their contracts, to be successful, they know their role. They know what they need to do. Just looking at some images here. More images. This is the one that's right in your face. You know, on their home page for the Sky Dome, this is their image. Again, with the occult in plain sight. Completely ridiculous how people can't see that those that rule this world worship Satan. Now, talking about Sky Dome, let's take a look here with The Simpsons. And of course, as I mentioned before, Matt Groening of The Simpsons, being a Freemason, what does he have? They're going to put the Sky Dome in one of their episodes. And of course, more little occultic symbol here. They're all about the occult. Everyone that makes on top of this world, with no exception, they're part of the so-called Illuminati, the elite, all those that worship Satan. And some might ask, how does technology such as GPS and other technology that require satellites? It's very simple. All by ground towers, high-power ground towers, and under-ocean fiber optic cables. The most frequently asked question about the entire flat earth model that I get is about the sun and how it works on the flat earth. First off, like I always do, I have to lay the foundation before I even show any type of footage. This is the biblical flat earth with the sun and the moon and the stars within the firmament. We make it clear there are no planets. Planets do not exist. All we have is what you see here, like I mentioned, on the flat, fixed earth. Now taking a look at this photo across Lake Michigan with the Chicago skyline, like I mentioned before, this is approximately 60 miles over Lake Michigan with this photo, and these buildings should not be viewable due to the curvature of the earth, the supposed curvature of the earth. One thing to notice right off the bat, look how level the horizon is. On the supposed ball earth, this wouldn't be happening. Now people see the sun, they say, oh, the sun must be going around the ball of the earth, around the globe. And this isn't the case, and I'll explain that. It was taking place just like this model here with these telephone poles called the vanishing point. As you can see, all these telephone poles are the same height, but due to perspective, the one closest appears taller than the rest. You go down the line, the one furthest away seems very small, but of course, again, they're all the same height. The same concept with the sun. It appears to disappear. Now let's take a look at more images here. The same basic concept with the vanishing point. Now, look at this fence. Look at this railroad track. The further you go, the more narrow it seems, and it disappears. Again, with the telephone poles, same thing. I showed this night and day flat earth model before, and how the sun moves clockwise around the flat earth. Of course, the earth is stationary. The sun moves just like the Bible states. Understand with this model, it's not to scale, of course. The sun is much smaller, approximately only 30 miles across. And some might say, oh, this is just a model. Doesn't mean anything. Let's see it in action. And here you go. And this is a time-lapse video of the sun from the view over Lake Michigan, looking towards Chicago, taking a look, and again how the sun circles the earth, going eastward, and you can clearly see how the light is localized right where the clouds are. If the sun was truly 93 million miles away, the entire sky would be illuminated. You're going to see how small the sun actually is, and again how the light is localized as it moves away, going east, just like the model I showed before. Let's take a look. You can clearly see that sun. You can see how that, like I said, that light, the light from the sun is localized right at this cloud. No way is this sun as large as we're told and as far as we're told. It's right in front of you. People need to unlearn what they have learned. This proves the sun is clearly under God's firmament. 100% clear as day. And there you go. There's the vanishing point as the sun circles the earth, just like in the model I showed earlier. Now taking a look at the moon at night, clearly see the clouds, and people have disputed me about this. Those are clearly the clouds behind the moon. I view this myself at night. I observe the skies very often.